Hello guys and welcome here to the Daytona International Raceway. Today we bring you pole qualifying for the Daytona 500. Yesterday you saw knockout qualifying and you saw the 7 guys that advanced to today's session. Today the top 3 of those guys will lock in. So top 3 go-or-go-homers will lock in. The other 4 will be shifted, and on top of it, those top 3 will keep the positions they qualified for. The rest of them will get shifted to the back of the field to even out the go-or-go-homers in the Gander RV duels. You see a whole mess of cars coming out now, and we don't want to delay it anymore. First off, I believe the 8 was the first car out. No, it was the 3. The 3 of Nathan Faden is the first guy out. He was one of your Championship 4 drivers last season. So the top 12 in this session will also advance to the round 2, which features 12 drivers. Much like last season, and that session will only be 5 minutes long. You see the 3 there. Here's the 48, Audra Baranowskis. She comes over from GMS Racing. Sort of a Hendrick satellite team. We'll see what she's capable of driving for Hendrick this season. See there, 62 Joshua Scully. He's the first one to break the 44-second barrier in Daytona this season. So we will see what happens. Mitchell Collins there. Zach Fitzwater. Angel Navarro, after a season off, he returns to Joe Gibbs Racing to drive the number 20. You also see there Damian Blue and a few of the go-or-go-homers working together there. The 38 of Carter Friesen and the 23, who is not a go-or-go-homer, that is Max Anderson. That is the GMS car this season. They switched from the number 30 to 23, hoping for some better luck this season. They did not have the best freshman season. Zach Fitzwater, Tim Randolph, Frodemar Otts, Cole Vaughn, Dylan Young, Anthony Logan, Jonathan Rains, after a season or 2 hiatus, is back. Nate Rattray, Eric Baden there, a former Daytona 500 winner, hoping for some luck this season. Alexander Rowe is also back after a season off. He last ran in Season 2 for Hendrick in that 48, hoping for some better luck here at Stewart Haas Racing. There's Devin Blue, one of the rookies this season, with Ricky Logan, and Charles Sanford, who after a season of running in the 9 car has switched back to the 24 for this season. Casey Naneko in the 21, one of the other rookies, Jacob Dillons. We mentioned Bob Wirt. Richard Kinghart was anticipated he was going to retire after last season. He's back for another season, hoping to capture that championship after a heartbreaking runner-up last season. He goes to second on the boards, and his new team this season, Rick Ware Racing. Although they are in alliance with Petty, so that car is listed as Petty Ware Racing for some odd reason. DJ Dogo and Austin Shaw, another one of those rookies in the Chip Ganassi car. See Henry Williams, he's below the cut line. Ricky Johnson. I called him Robbie Gordon at the beginning of the season, or right before the beginning of the season, because he switched from Chevy to Toyota last season, now to Ford for this season. Sorry, we're going to scroll through a lot of the field. Steve Morgan back with Germain. They got the owner points, I believe, from RSS Racing or from one of the RCR cars. Dick Clark also was a beneficiary. He got the owner points from the 92 from last season. Francis Hawes, one of the go-or-go-home drivers. And this may be the best paint scheme in Daytona right now. Tyler Rattray in that 32 Old Spice car. That is not his face on the hood. That is the face of NASCAR driver Corey LaJoie. For sponsorship reasons, he is on the hood of the car. And then Johnny Gardner here, hoping for some luck. He's got some big shoes to fill as well. That Tommy Baldwin car never ran in Season 3 after winning the championship. But they're back this season with owner points, and I can actually verify this. They are from RSS Racing, which shut down at season's end. So 71, Johnny Gardner. So the 48 is currently the fastest of these guys right now. Audra Baranowski's looking very fast in that 48 Chevrolet. Keep in mind, after this session, after the qualifying session today, these cars will be impounded till Thursday for the Can-Am duels. There will be no practices before the Can-Am duels. So this is considered, because it is a group session, race officials have decided that this will qualify as a practice session. Same with last night's knockout qualifying session for the Go or Go homers. Speaking of the Go or Go homers, where did I throw my phone? Sorry, but currently the fastest of those Go or Go homers is Joshua Scully in the 62. Beard Motorsports, they ran a part-time schedule last season, and this season will run a full schedule. They do not have the owner points because they entered last season late. They had no charter to get into the top 33. So right now Scully is the fastest and would lock into the 500 based on this time right now. Let's check out the second fastest from last night. Zach Fitzwater. He is 26th right now. I don't know if that's going to be enough to lock him into the 500. We shall see at the end of the session. Third fastest last night was Carter Friesen. He is 14th. And you see the 62 got shuffled a little bit. The 77 is now the fastest of the Go or Go homers. That's Spire Motorsports Chevrolet. So as of right now, the two fastest are DJ Dogo and Joshua Scully. The next in that line is the 38. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the names. 38 of Carter Friesen. He's the third fastest. Those three would lock into the Daytona 500 based on their speeds right now. In a close battle right now, that 34 of Frances Hawes. She's 15th. She's the fourth in line of those Go or Go homers. And unfortunately, it is not enough to lock her in at this point. Or him in at this point. Frances Hawes, not enough at the moment. We'll see with this time where they stack up. Let's ride on the roof cam of the 34. They're now 17th fastest. So they fell a little bit. So actually right now, there's a new second fastest of the Go or Go homers. And that is the 10 of Bob Work. As of right now, that 10 would lock into the field on their time and speed. And you see three of the Go or Go homers in that pack. Joshua Scully is on the bubble right now for the Go or Go home guys. As right now it's 77, the 10, and the 62 that are locked in. And the fastest at this point is Kevin McHugh in that 11 for Joe Gibbs Racing. And you may have scrolled down the roster and seen that there is no Furniture Row Racing Toyota this season. Furniture Row has shut down after last season, citing a lack of sponsorship. And the beneficiary, once again, keep in mind, this team benefited last season from the shutdown of Tommy Baldwin Racing, got the owner points from that. They did not fare well last season. This season, they switched to Toyota, gathering the assets from Furniture Row. And that is the 95. And just as I say that, they wreck behind. 17, Anthony Logan, the 3 of Nathan Faden. Do they have any engine damage? Because if they sustain any engine damage, their spot in the field is lost. On that, Anthony Logan, some rear end damage. It doesn't look like they sustained engine damage. They can keep going. Here. But Nate Rattray, back to him real quick. We mentioned they benefited last season from the owner points of Tommy Baldwin Racing at number 7. This season they benefit from Furniture Row, acquired the assets, and they are locked in the first 3 races of this season. So we will see if the switch to Toyota will benefit this team throughout the season. Back up front with the 11 of Kevin McHugh. See, there's a 4 of Zach Fitzwater trying to find something in this final bit of the practice/group qualifying session. Yeah, excuse me. They just can't find the speed right now. They need to find it soon if they want to move on. You see, they're ahead of those 2 are the 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, Angel Navarro and Frodemar Ott. Angel Navarro in his time in the Jello Cup Series, keep in mind, he did not race last season. Thomas Elucer came over from Furniture Row to run that 20 car and ran pretty well last season, I think. Angel Navarro said, I took a season off, I want to come back this year. And he is back with Joe Gibbs Racing in that 20. He's currently 30th quick, so that's not good for this team. Keep in mind, because there are go-or-go-homers ahead of him that are going to have to get shifted to the back of the field, he will be the beneficiary of that. Once again, the top 3 go-or-go-homers are the only ones that can keep their times based on the session and keep their qualifying place. But they also have a new teammate over at Joe Gibbs Racing, and that is the 19 of Ben Crouch. He comes over after the Furniture Row Racing shut down. And this is his 3rd season in Jello Cup. He is currently not on track, and he is 34th fastest. So that is not good for that team. Here's 77 DJ Dogo. Let's see who's on the cut line right now. That is the 21 of Casey Naneko. He is on that cut line right now. You see there the 10 and the 38. Keep in mind the 38 needs to pick up his speed if he wants any hopes of making the Daytona 500 on speed today. Otherwise, he's going to have to race his way in the Gander RV duels at Daytona on Thursday. Another thing is that I didn't mention this yet. A lot of these guys are going to be running later in the Carvana Wildcard Series. They'll be running the Daytona race here in a little bit tonight. So we hope you'll tune in for that. Keep in mind that series is not on sync with the Cup Series. So you won't see that too much. And with that, the session is over. So the fastest in the session was, so advancing to round 2 will be Kevin McHugh, Jacob Dillons, Audra Baranowskis, DJ Dogo, Bob Worth, Nathan Faden, Joshua Saculli, Austin Shaw, Jonathan Rains, Max Anderson, Nate Rattray, and Casey Naneko. Locking into the Daytona 500 will be DJ Dogo, Bob Worth, and Joshua Saculli based on time and speed. The rest of the Go-Homers will have to race their way in on Thursday. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the results from the field of 40 today. And it looks like the 96 was unable to get a time in today, so that sucks for them. Hopefully they can fix it later on today. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry, wait, we're not done yet. We'll be right back with round number 2 right after this. Here we go. Welcome back. We are ready for round number 2. This is for the pole in Daytona 500. And the big question is now for the Go-Homers, DJ Dogo, Bob Worth, and Joshua Saculli. How hard are they going to race in this session? Are they just going to lay back and take the spot that they get, or are they going to go for the pole today and try to lock their position in? Keep in mind, they're already locked in the Daytona 500 right now. So, you know, do you want to tear up your primary trying to go for the pole, or do you want to lay back and just know that you're locked in and think that's enough? Keep in mind, this is only a 5-minute session, so these guys really need to get moving right now if they want to lay down a fast time. Here comes Kevin McHugh. He is a former Daytona 500 pole sitter. You know, he is hoping to get his second Daytona 500 pole. And the last time he won the pole, believe it or not, he was in the 11 still. He has been loyal to Joe Gibbs Racing throughout his career here. That answers our question, by the way. DJ Dogo is on his way out with the Spire Chevrolet. Jacob Dillons, Bob Worth, Joshua Saculli. Keep in mind, the big thing here is who's going to get grouped up quicker. Excuse me. You know, because the sooner these guys can get into a pack, the better off they'll be. Here comes the 00. Jonathan Rains, he replaces Diego Yepes in that 00. Yepes was the Season 3 champ last season. This team had a lot of success on the restrictor plates, so big shoes for Jonathan Rains to fill here today. And we mentioned Audra Baranowskis coming over from a Hendrick-related team. Let's see here comes the 11 of Kevin McHugh for his first lap. .47.89. I don't think that's going to be enough for the pole. Austin Shaw there coming to take his first lap. And you see these two, Jonathan Rains and Audra Baranowskis. If they can get nose to tail here, they should have a very fast time. And in fact, probably be the front row for the 500. Because it doesn't look like anybody else is able to get grouped up quite yet. Just scrolling through the field, nobody else is grouped up right now except for these two. But Austin Shaw is also ahead of them. Could Austin Shaw maybe tap the brakes a little bit, drag the brake pedal, catch these guys, and say, you're not getting the pole quite yet. And just as I suspected, the 48 back to the top of the boards. 46.79. Keep in mind these guys are going to get one more lap. But look at just how much faster they are than Austin Shaw right now. I mean, that's like a 6 to 10 mile an hour difference. And I just don't know if he's going to be able to catch the tail end of that draft. Or any part of this draft for that matter. And you see the 00, Jonathan Rains to the top of the boards, 45-second lap time. Like I said, all they had to do was get grouped up, and I think they had this planned. I just don't think there's a way Austin Shaw is going to break that front row. As they come to the line one final time. Audra Baranowskis just took the pole away. The 62 and the 10 just got grouped up. We'll see what their lap times are going to look like. This time by, could they dethrone the front row? No, they will not. And that'll end the session there. So Audra Baranowskis and Jonathan Rains are your front row for the Daytona 500. Joshua Sakali, Austin Shaw, Kevin McHugh, Casey Naneko, Max Anderson, Nathan Faden, Jacob Dillons, DJ Dogo, Bob Worth, and Nate Rattray will all have to wait until the Can-Am duels to advance their position. We will see you tonight for the Carvana Wildcard Series season opener at Daytona. In the meantime, if you're not going to watch that race, we will see you on Thursday for the Can-Am duel, or I'm sorry, I keep saying Can-Am, the Gander RV duels here at Daytona. Goodbye, everyone.